Hello and welcome to episode 61 of the Yalla Habibi podcast.
Welcome, welcome.
What are you going to pause it for, Scott?
I'm not pausing it, I'm just trying to get our document out. You were worried I was going to pause the recording there.
I was like, what have I done wrong? I've only said welcome.
No, you've done brilliantly so far.
Thank you. Well, you have scrolled down with the bit that I need to remember, which is to say, please subscribe, like, share, rate us on Spotify, Apple, etc.
Yes, please do. This helps us a lot. Again, we are a small up-and-coming podcast. We are not I keep using Joe Rogan as a reference, who's another Happy Hour. They've gotten blooming successful, a brilliant podcast. We're not that big.
No, we're not as big as Chris and Rosie Ramsey on the Shagged, Married, Annoyed.
Yeah, Chris and Rosie Ramsey, another great podcast. But by you rating, subscribing, liking, sharing, all that stuff, any of that stuff, just one of those things is that one step towards getting to that level.
It is. And we appreciate it very much. So thank you. Please do it.
Yeah, please.
Scott, you have recently been on a wild camping adventure.
Anyway, I feel like you're a news anchor interviewing me. It's weird.
I know. A minute ago, you just said that we sound like robots, so I tried to sound more animated.
Yeah, I did, and it was bloody awesome. Honestly, I could have done it for a week. So I did it for 4 days. Friday through till Tuesday. Hiked every day. Camped at a campsite twice, and the rest on wild camping. One of the days we weren't supposed to do a campsite, but I rolled my ankle. So we just took it a little easier that day and didn't hike up to a wild camp spot just to let my ankle recover a bit. And I managed to strap it back up the next day and hike up to Helvellyn, which is a very popular mountain in the Lake District. It's very beautiful, totally achievable for people. You don't have to be like crazy fit to do it. It was a little bit harder for us because we did just have a day sack on us. We had like I had a 65-litre rucksack.
It was so heavy, I could barely lift it.
Yeah, so that made it significantly harder. But because of course we're wild camping, so you have to have everything. You have to have your stove, your sleeping bag, your tent, all your clothes, your food is a big one.
Well, I just found it, honestly, I wouldn't have been able to walk from one end of your bedroom to the other with it on, happily. It was extremely uncomfortable, so I don't know how you're walking 15 miles a day in it.
Yeah, you just kind of accept. I think if you're excited by the wild camp and you're like, oh, I can't wait, I want a wild camp, I like hiking. And I found that to be true of running. Because I'm passionate about running, the grind of it, you just accept it.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a big thing I've noticed with things that are tough. If I'm really passionate about it, the tough parts, they're not any easier, but in a way they are, because you just accept them for what they are. Mm-hmm. You don't get angry at them.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're not as excited by hiking and maybe you just wanted to do a day hike and you didn't want a wild camp, then, or you're umming and ahhing about it, well then you're going to moan more about going up the hill with your backpack. You're going to be like, oh, this is a bit tough, isn't it? Oh, should we take a break? Oh, maybe we should change the route. But I'm in love with hiking. I'm in love with camping. So you just accept. There's moments where you go, oh, fucking hell, this is hurting. But you just laugh and you go, let's get on. Because I accept that is part of it. So, granted, the first day we did was pretty damn tough. We were hiking. We did 12 miles, about 7 or 8 hours of hiking. And I'm not joking, about 80% of that day was just going uphill. That was more on the unpleasant side, I'll be honest, because I have 2 mates that came with me, and one is really loves challenging routes, loves just going up hills. He's a fell runner, so he just loves really tough routes. He doesn't want to go on the trodden path, he wants to go on the mule path that no one goes, where it's all slippy rock. And I like challenging myself, but I don't want to do that every day because it does get pretty brutal and you've got to sort of lock in when you're doing it. So you don't really sink in the experience as much. So, yeah, we sort of calmed it down in the following day. Said, look, let's just bring down the amount of elevation.
Yeah.
It's just a bit too crazy. I know he loves it, but my other friend who joined us, he doesn't like that as much. So we sort of balanced it out. But it was amazing. The main thing was, waking up like, on a tarn. It's a foggy morning, like you're basically in the clouds. There's a couple people camped there, you're very private. Pooing in the wild is always very freeing. I enjoy that. And just, it's brilliant. It's just so freeing. I just felt like I wanted to do it for the next full week. I could have just carried on. I felt so comfortable.
Well, you looked like the videos and pictures that you've shown me. You just look so content and happy, and like you didn't have the weight of the world on your shoulders. Like you just had no worries. That's wonderful to see.
That's what it felt like. I felt like I was able to actually disconnect, because like you can actively try and disconnect in life and say, look, Sunday I'm not doing anything. I'm going to put my phone in a drawer, and you can do a pretty good job at it. But at some point, someone knocks on your door if you live with someone, or you might, if you have access to the internet because you may be watching something on your laptop, whatever, like you might see a news article, whatever. I couldn't do any of that because for 90% of the time I didn't have signal.
Yeah.
So I was never on my phone. It was just conversation with my friends for hours. It was also a lot of silence, which was also very nice. Because like you get to a point where we don't feel like we have to keep having a conversation. Like, it's a long time. It's like, so there'd be an hour where it's just pretty quiet. There's not really much said, but it's really nice.
Yeah. It's
not weird. It's really nice. You're just drinking in the experience, the beauty around you, and you say hello to people when you pass, and it's just past them, and it's just really relaxed. So I really felt de-stressed and like I disconnected. And to be honest, I just didn't want to leave because I just felt like this is bliss. Every errand and, work item and thing I need to get done at home doesn't exist. Like I'd forgotten about it. So definitely want to do more of that. And if you're not, I understand camping isn't for everyone, and, there is an uncomfortable aspect to it. And, long hiking days, I can appreciate, you don't have to go to that level, but even if you, went up into like a lake district somewhere with less signal, or the Dales or something, whether it's a family, solo, whatever, you could get a cottage if you want. You could stay in a hostel. They're nice, the hostels. They're really nice. They always have food, drinks. And then you could just do like a day hike. Like you just hike up Helvell, and it's totally achievable. You don't have to be like crazy fit. You can spend all day doing it. It only took us, a couple of hours to get up it, and we had massive sacks. So you can spend 6 hours getting up it if you wish. There's no problem.
Probably take me that long.
No. But I think it'll help people disconnect, because you won't have phone signal. You're out in nature all day. You breathe. Like my hands. So I have dermatitis, which it's kind of a shitty condition. I got it. I'm sure a lot of people could resonate with this. Teenagers, who were once a teenager in the UK at least, is I used to do a lot of pot washing. So to make money as a teenager, pot washing is you're washing the pots and pans and the plates in a kitchen, in a restaurant or a bar. And by doing that and having my hands in bubbly soap every week, I developed dermatitis. So my hands get really dry sometimes. It's quite hard to get rid of when you get split fingers.
So sore.
And it's been quite bad recently, but look at it.
I mean, that looks so much better than before you went.
It looks incredible.
Yeah.
So I was gone 4 days. It was all dry skin before it. I've taken my cream with me, but I've not applied it that much. I've not applied it as much as I was at home. And my hands look incredible. I've just been outside, and I've been like, as well, you do use them, you're pulling cord, you're pulling sleeping bags out, you're pushing down pegs, like they're being worked.
Yeah.
And usually that messes them up, but I think just the amount of sunshine, the amount of outdoors, the amount of fresh air.
Not using like chemicals.
Not using chemicals. It was a lean diet because obviously I could only eat what I had in my backpack. So I think all of that just shows you it's good. And I felt mentally more clear and more at rest when I came back.
That's really lovely. Like, I think it's just perfect. I think it's exactly what you needed. I mean, you're going camping again later this month.
I am, yeah.
So I just, I think it's great that you've incorporated that into what is otherwise a pretty hectic month. Like, there's a lot of things happening, a lot of moving parts. So to be able to take that time to like unplug and switch off, I think is really important.
Yeah, and listeners who have been here for a while, I resigned from my job, June 30th I left. And I always said to myself, for the first 3 months, I'm just going to chill. But my chill is like connect with family, connect with friends, do things you want to do, been wanting to do more of. So longer runs, go hiking, go camping, like today we went to Nottingham to see an old friend from uni. The day before I spent a full day in another city with a good friend. So, I'm just spending like a lot of time. I'm loving it. I feel relaxed, at ease. I've not got the stress of the world. I'm just connecting with people and just taking it easy. For me, that's my chill. Like I'm a bit more running, a bit more hiking. Like that allows me to relax. Being sat down watching Netflix, which I did for the first week of being, I know you said retired. I wish I was retired, but resigned. And I kind of thought that'll be my chill, is I'll just, watch films. I love films, TV shows, and just like sit on my ass. But I did it for a week and it was great for like the first like 4 days. But then it just got really shit. And I was like, oh God, I'm like itching to do something. I can't. So I just thought, right, we've got my idea of what my chill is going to change. And it's just become an active thing of more activity on things I want to do more of, and in a relaxing way. I'm not trying to chase any work items or anything. So it's been beautiful.
Good. I'm really glad to hear it. And I'm excited to go on some of these hikes. And I must say, as a, as a girlfriend of a man on this trip with no signal, it was a little bit less relaxing for me. Because we've got this app called Life 360 where it shows your location. You'd sent me GPX files of like the routes you were taking and stuff for safety. And then like, you'd sent me a message, I think maybe on the first day. But then I'd not heard from you, but I'd seen you moving on Life 360. I was like, cool, he's fine, he's moving. But then I hadn't heard from you in like over 24 hours. And when I looked, your phone was still in the same place, but it had like updated. So like it looked as though you'd been in that one spot for a full day. So there must have been some sort of glitch or something.
Oh, no.
So I was like, has he fallen in a lake? Like, what's happened?
Yeah.
And I've not told you this. I think it was the Tuesday morning, like the day that you were going to be coming back, I walked in to see my mum and she got the telly on the news.
Oh, damn.
And first thing, Lake Windermere, I went,
oh
my heart went through my asshole.
Oh,
and
my fucking God.
All it was talking about was like, I don't know, tourism in the area or something.
Oh, I thought it was going to be someone
I was
else,
like, if they say that there's a body.
Oh my God.
Oh, like, it'll have been like a split, not even a full second until I realised, but yes, that was pretty horrendous.
Jeez.
But I'm really glad you had a nice time.
No, it was totally cool. It was chill. Everything went to plan except for me rolling my ankle a bit, but I managed to make it work. But even like one of the campsites we went to just had no signal. It was odd. Yeah. So it was kind of hard.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was. It's a nice sort of result of it. Yeah.
I'm definitely battling a bit of a phone addiction at the minute, and I think it's got worse recently. But over the last few days, I think I've managed to tone it down some. So I think I could do with something like that, like a total digital reset.
Well, perfect, because I think I've already planned out a weekend in my mind.
Yeah.
I think so. A place called Glen. If you're looking for a nice weekend, Glen Ridding in the Lake District. It's a beautiful little town. It's the base of Helvellyn, the popular mountain. There's a really great campsite. There's a big lake there, like in the village where everyone goes, kind of like Bolton Abbey. That's a river, I guess, but it's that feeling like everyone's out, just families, paddle boarding, batting balls, just chilling, having barbecues. There's a really nice couple of pubs there, like vegan friendly, very dog friendly, lots of dogs. So it's just, I think that'd be a great weekend. We hike up Helvellyn one day, and then the next day we just chill at the lake, at the base,
Yeah.
like, and we can just camp at the campsite. So we don't have to take like big bags up or anything.
Sounds great. I'll have to get Trailer Swift out.
Yeah, hopefully we can take the trailer. So yeah, I recommend that a weekend if you're looking to unplug. It's a very beautiful little spot.
Well, I'm very excited to check it out. Now on to a very exciting part of this episode, which may become a regular segment or feature, who knows. And this is what I'm going to today call... Can I have a drum roll, please? Bing! My Nicolas Cage romance.
Okay, that's a strange game. Okay.
So, would you like me to explain the rules to you,
Please.
Scott? So, I'm going to say a sentence to you, and that is either going to be a My Chemical Romance lyric or a line from a Nicolas Cage film.
Understood. And yeah.
And I will say, I did steal this idea from a TikTok that I saw earlier, which we'll link in the show notes because I don't know what they're called.
Thank you for the idea.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll
Although
reference you, yeah.
they actually did Fall Out Boy song titles and Jim Carrey lines.
Brilliant.
So I didn't want to copy them directly.
Well, yeah, this is no more a copy, don't worry.
This is the Timu version.
Yeah, this is the Timu version. Maybe we give context to why that band and why that actor.
Okay, yeah, great. So, Fall Out Boy, all of their song titles are really like random sentences. For example, tell that Mick he just made my list of things to do today. Or, this ain't a scene, it's a goddamn arms race. Like, they're just like random. And Jim Carrey does some pretty left field things in his movies.
And the reason we've chosen Nicolas Cage and My Chemical Romance.
Because you like Nicolas Cage?
Because I'm obsessed with Nicolas Cage, yes.
Oh, I'm going to show you something in real time. I'm aware this isn't a visual podcast, but I got your present at a gala the other day. I need to make sure it's the right one. So this is a present that I got from you. It's an embroidered pickle. And it's like a fidget toy. And I've called it Nicolas Cage. So what you do is you might be able to hear this. You click it like this.
What?
So it's like a clicking fidget toy.
Oh, that's fun.
So I've called yours Nicolas Cage and mine's Pickles Pickleby.
Nicolas Cage, that's amazing. Wow, it looks awesome.
Isn't it great?
That's really cool. Nicolas Cage. What made you get that?
Well, because it's just so satisfying. I love a fidget toy.
Yeah.
But this particular sensation is really satisfying.
Yeah, that is quite satisfying. My mum will hate this.
Really?
Yeah, she hates any fidgeting.
Oh, well.
If I did this in the front room, she would put this down my mouth.
Well, lucky we're moving in together, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, well, you've just dropped that on the pod. We are moving in officially this Sunday. We are moving. Big moves are happening with this PODD.
And then we're immediately leaving to go to a wedding.
Then we're immediately leaving to
Not
go
ours.
to a wedding. Not ours. We'll let you know when that
10
eventual
years.
day in 10 years, yeah.
Although it's 6 now, really. 6.5.
Yeah, 6 now, which, again, you'll have to give context.
I will have to give context to that. So Scott has always joked that he'll propose to me after 10 years of us being together. But what he fails to realise is that I've got to answer that question after 10 years. So he's going to have to play his cards right.
I will, but I feel like if you're still there 10 years in, then I feel pretty confident.
You never know. So I'm going to...
That's horrible. Just suddenly go, nope, don't feel it after 10 years.
Well, no, maybe we just say, well, it's not for us.
Oh,
Not
right,
the relationship.
Oh, fucking hell. We're learning a lot on this episode.
Okay, we need to get on with the game because we are.
But I am obsessed with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. So
and you were originally going to do T Swifty, but...
Yeah, I was going to do Taylor Swift, but it was just too obvious.
It was too obvious,
like, to use Taylor Swift lyrics. Because if I was going to be like, it's a love story, maybe just say yes. Like, it's not going to be Nicolas Cage,
That's not
is
Nicolas Cage.
So. Are you ready?
Yes.
Number 1. The ghost of you is inside me.
Nicolas Cage.
My Chemical Romance.
Oh, I guess.
Number 2. Put the bunny back in the box.
Oh, this is hard. Because Nick would say both of those. Because if you don't know Nicolas Cage, you've got to get to know. He's just, I mean, I don't see it. You'd have to be under a rock to not know who he is. But he's known for doing some pretty bizarre roles and just being a bit of an eccentric guy. And he just sort of makes every role his. And it's just a bit odd. I guess a bit odd, like, almost like, what's his name?
Tim Burton.
No, not Tim Burton. Yeah, Adam Sandler. Because he always makes his characters this, like, strange speaking. He always has that voice, doesn't he?
Does he?
Yeah, he has this, like, really childish voice that he puts on, like, so many of his characters.
That's not like that, isn't it? Like it's like a kid's voice.
He adds this, like, goofiness that it's Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was just trying to articulate what Nicolas Cage is like. Okay, hit it.
Okay, yeah, so put the bunny back in the box.
Nick.
Yes. Do you know which film for an extra point?
Put the bunny back in the box. It won't be Con Air. It could be, oh goodness, what, Kick-Ass?
It was Con Air, 1997.
Was it? Con Air?
Like
But why? It must be, yeah.
I don't know.
There was no bunny in it.
Maybe it was like a gun or something.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay, number 3. Would you destroy something perfect in order to make it beautiful?
My Chem.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like I recognise that, yeah.
The hardest part of this is leaving you.
I mean, that really sounds like a song lyric. Say that again?
The hardest part of this is leaving you.
My Chem.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to be nothing at all.
There is a line in My Chemical. It's like the most famous. Is it called Black Parade?
Yeah. When I was
a
young boy.
Yeah, it's about. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's about growing up, isn't it? Wait, say it again.
When I grow up, I want to be nothing at all.
I feel that could be My Chem, but it's been a lot of My Chems. I'll go Nick.
It's My Chem.
Oh fuck it!
Intentionally to throw you off
I
in this
knew
order.
that'd be My Chem. It made sense. I just thought we've had 2 My Chems, so I just went. I knew that was My Chem.
I've got to say that is I think they call it a logical fallacy. You know, if you say if you flip a coin and it lands on heads,
Yeah.
what's the probability? Is it that it'll be heads the next time?
I don't know. I guess it's always 50-50.
It's all exactly.
Yeah.
So even if you flip the coin 10 times in a row and you get heads, it's still a 50-50 chance the next time.
Yeah.
It's no more or less likely that it will be so it's
That's a good pot. What's it called?
a logical fallacy.
A logical fallacy.
Fallacy, like a falsehood.
Okay. Not
I don't know if
phallic
that is
thing.
no. Basically, a logical fallacy is when you say something that it doesn't logically follow.
Okay.
So it maybe isn't. That's maybe not the best terminology, but yeah. Anyway, anyhow. Carrying on. I could eat a peach for hours.
Nick.
Yes, which film?
I don't know that one.
Face Off.
Face Off. I don't think I've watched Face Off, you know?
You've not seen Face Off?
I think this was something recently you were shocked by and you said I need to watch.
Yeah, oh my god. So it's Nicolas Cage and John Travolta.
Yeah,
and they swap faces.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually seen that one. I've seen a lot of his films.
It's bizarre, but it's good.
I don't think I've seen that one yet.
I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
That sounds like Nicolas Cage, and I think it was in National Treasure.
Oh, yes, 2 points. Not the bees.
So, that will be Nicolas Cage because he's in a film. I don't know if it's Omen, like a remake of Omen, but there's a key scene and it's about bees.
You're close, and I think this is a remake. Shall I tell you
It's
what
a remake horror movie.
Yeah.
And there's a core element, there's a core scene where it's about bees. Yeah. I've seen it. I know I've seen it. I thought it was The Omen, but no, what is it?
The Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man, yeah, I've seen it.
If life ain't just a joke, then why are we laughing?
If life ain't just a joke, then why ain't we laughing? That's My Chemical.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll do one more. Let me find one that's like...
I think I've done
maybe difficult.
quite well
I
so
think you've done
far.
really well. Every great story begins with a broken heart. Actually, sorry. No, go for it. You can
That
guess
sounds
that one.
like a lyric. I'd go My Chemical.
That's Nicolas Cage.
What film?
Bangkok, Dangerous, 2008. Never heard of that.
Don't think I'm gonna have to. I'm a big fan of it. I've seen all his recent ones, but like he does one film where it's about him losing a pig.
Oh.
It's like he made something that's such a simple film that if you got given that script, you'd be like, why would we even put money into this?
Yeah.
Like it's a really emotional film where he has this relationship with a pig, not in a weird way. Mm-hmm. He just has a pig, like a pet pig, and I think it gets stolen, from what I can remember it, and it's just the whole film is about him getting this pig back.
Wow.
And he's like really emotional and just so attached to this pig. And it's like a really deep story about just getting this pig back.
Interesting.
It's just like, who said yes to that?
Yeah.
But it's kind of good. He's an interesting guy. I think that's what makes him like, people think, oh, he's a bit daft, but like, how many actors could make that story interesting?
Not many.
He makes it interesting. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to do one more because this one I think is a really difficult one. Well, that's between you and the devil.
Yeah, that is a difficult one. Well, that's between you and the devil. That really could be either. I could see that either. I'm gonna go Nick.
It is
Nicolas Cage.
Drive Angry, 2011.
Drive Angry. I think I've seen that.
Well, there we go. I think you did excellent there. I didn't keep enough of a score.
I think I got 2 wrong.
The first 2, I think.
I think the first... No, I got one wrong later in it when I knew it was My Chemical, but I said Nick anyway.
Yeah.
So, maybe I got 3 wrong. So there we go.
Well, I think you did a great job. Well done.
I'm quite impressed with myself, I must say. Yeah, I'm not good at quizzes. Shelby is excellent at quizzes. Let's move on. Yeah. But I'm proud because I never do good in quizzes. I always get so excited when, if you go out for a drink and I never got into the fruities, but and fruities for our US audiences, they're like what do you call it? Like a gambling machine, not like a casino, but in a pub or a bar.
Yeah, like slot machine.
Slot machine. There we go. But there would always be that machine, especially in like a Wetherspoons, that you had quizzes on. I used to get so into that with like mates, where you'd be drunk, you'd be like, yeah, go on, bet it all, go on, and we're gonna make money. We're gonna make 50 quid. We're gonna have pints in for the rest of the night, and you'd be so into it, and you'd be calling people over from the table like, dude, what's this? You'll definitely know. I got so excited, and I got like 90% of it wrong. Like if it was about rugby, I got that one right. Like, but like general stuff, I can never guess like the year. Like, how does anyone know the year?
I'm quite good at that. Yeah, and like years of songs, even if it like is well before my time, like I'm quite good at pinning it down to like at least within 5 years.
Yeah, you're excellent.
I try.
You are excellent.
Well, I guess it's time for the segments, my darling.
I guess it is. Scott's WTF of the week. Every week the world gets a little weirder. Let's talk about the strangest thing that went down this week. I'm going to talk about Carl Bushby. And something I have noticed, which I am going to bring up myself now. I feel like I've not been totally inclusive in my Scott WTFs recently. I feel like it's been quite male-dominated. So I'm owning up to that right now.
Oh.
And on my next one, I'm going to find a strange news about a woman. About a woman.
I appreciate your drive for inclusivity.
I just feel like I've done a lot of stuff about men. It's just when I've gone online, it just the bizarre stories I've found. And I guess men just do a lot more dumb stuff, which kind of tracks. But I'll make it more inclusive. I'll find something, for everyone. So, but this is a book. This is quite an inspiring one. This could also actually be in your segment, but I thought it was a strange one just because of how insane this achievement is. Like insane. And I've only just learned about it, and this person's been working to this achievement for 27 years.
Wow.
and like no one knows about it. It's crazy. So, British explorer Carl Bushby, I like that name.
That's a great name.
Strong name. He has spent nearly 27 years walking home to Hull from Chile.
Could he not get a taxi?
I guess not. He couldn't for now. So he is walking home. We're back to his home in Hull. And he started in Chile.
Wow.
And what he's doing is he's walking around the entirety of Earth
Jeez Louise.
with zero public transport. He is walking around Earth. He's the first man to do it. There's no public transport, no anything. He just starts, he just starts where he stops. And anyway, he began this in 1998. He's covered 36,000 miles through 25 countries entirely on foot.
Wow.
Major feats. These are crazy. These are things that I'd never heard of, and I learn about them. It blows my freaking mind. He crossed something called the Darien Gap. I didn't know what that was. I looked into it. This is a lawless jungle between Panama and Colombia that has been battling in like swamps and with cartels, and there's just a bunch of red tape, and apparently it's just some really aggressive just cartel war that goes on continuously in these jungles. And it took him 4 years to get through it, and he had to do it on foot. And he talks about it, and he said he was just ducking behind enemy lines.
Wow.
And there was gunfire, and he was that determined, which is kind of crazy. He was that determined, he just like slyly worked his way through it. I don't know how he did it. One thing that has helped him is he was a paratrooper.
Okay.
Which is like probably the best role for that, because paratroopers, their main operative is, we're going to send you into enemy lines on your own. We're going to parachute you in. You can go behind enemy lines and you've got to survive. So these are like the toughest and the most ballsy people. You have to be fucking, up for it if you're going to be a para. So obviously a guy who has some training behind him, but either way is so dangerous, so insanely dangerous. Another thing, which I'd never heard of, is there's a frozen, so it's called the Bering Strait, and between Alaska and Russia, at a time of the year, it completely freezes. So arguably you can walk actually to Russia, which is kind of bizarre. Not many people have done it. But what's mental is it doesn't totally freeze. So what it means is it is frozen, you can walk in it, but it's moving all day. So everything you're on moves quite fast. So he's basically walking on huge ice sculptures, like huge ice roads, I don't know what you call them, icebergs, I guess, and they're always moving. And there's falling ice. He actually fell into the sea at one point.
Oh my God.
He actually nearly died. He fell into the sea and he had to just let it take him. I mean, we're talking Arctic cold. He's not falling in, the sea at home. This is Arctic, and he's with ice blocks just going along. Like any ice block could just knock him out, take him down, throw him under. But they did it in like 4 days. I don't know how, but it was like less than a week they got over it. And they did it the first time as well. Some of the spots he did with other explorers. So this one, why I say them, he did it with another explorer. I can't remember that explorer. Like an Arctic explorer did it with him. He did it first time. The most recent achievement was he swam 288 kilometers across the Caspian Sea.
Wow.
Just in 2024.
Jeez Louise.
So it's really funny because he vocalizes that he hates swimming. He doesn't like it. He's never been a big swimmer. But I can't remember the exact countries, but basically the country that he ended up in, I can't remember where it was. But anyway, to walk around the Caspian Sea were just war-torn countries. and I think one of them was Russia, and he had already been arrested in Russia because obviously when he got to Russia, he had walked there. He appeared out of the snowy desert, and he appears in a random village, and they obviously see him and go, "Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like, how have you got here?" There's no recollection of it, and he actually got arrested. And he was in jail for like quite some time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he had loads of run-ins with the, what do you call the, in Russia, the SBG, no, the
KBG.
KBG. Yeah, he had honestly, you need to find interviews with him. He's fascinating. But I will speed up because I know I'm going on. But anyway, now he's in Turkey. He's around 2,000 miles from Hull. He's the closest he's obviously ever been. If successful, he'll complete the first ever unbroken man-powered loop around the planet.
That's incredibly impressive. And that's the Yorkshireman.
He's a Yorkshireman, and he's expected to complete it in September 2026. Yeah.
Oh, baby, we've got to go.
I would love to go and welcome him back. Yeah.
That would be amazing.
I think.
Off my bottle of Kirk.
Yeah, we'll give him a
Probably
bottle of
about
Coke.
between 5 and 9 he'll arrive.
5 and 9.
That's the whole accent.
His accent, yeah, it is. The whole accent is a strong one. He doesn't sound like his is too strong, actually. But I guess he spent 27 years in other countries, so that's understandable. So, yeah. And it's wild because he does have kids. I think he has one kid. Yeah. So
that's very impressive.
There's also a whole thing he discusses about that, and he just says, "Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go home and like rebuild because I've basically not been." I think he has been in contact and stuff, but not had a great deal of FaceTime for 27 years.
Wow,
that's a heavy impact on your family, isn't it?
It's not a gap year, is it?
No, you're not waiting for him, are you?
No, goodness. Well, I mean, interestingly, I was learning about that that bit that you can walk between Alaska and Russia, because maps don't make it clear how close the US is to Russia.
Yes.
Like, Putin just came over, didn't he, to meet with Trump. And it's like, the closest point on the mainland is something like 55 miles. We've driven more than that today.
Yeah, yeah.
And those islands that you can freeze and walk between, they're like 3 miles apart.
It's crazy.
Insane.
So, like, why, America feel like they're superior because of their distance to a lot of the carnage, but what's stopping Russia just getting a bunch of warheads in that northern part of Russia?
Yeah.
It'd be very easy to hit America then, right?
It'd be so easy, which is crazy.
So, yeah, I'm shocked Putin has thought of this.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that very interesting story, darling. I'm excited. September 2026, we'll get ourselves to Hull to support
I would love to welcome him back.
Carl Bushby.
Carl Bushby,
Is it
yeah.
Carl?
It is Carl.
Yeah,
It's Carl
Carl
Bushby,
Bushby.
yeah.
Excellent. Well, I guess now it's time for my segment, Shelby's Good Vibes Only. Let's take a break from the chaos and here's something to make you smile this week, although that already made me smile, what you just said. Shelby's Good Vibes Only. Happy birthday to Britain's oldest ever person, and that is...
No way.
Wait, what date are we on? It's today Thursday?
It's
21st.
Thursday, 21st.
Yes. Yeah. So, Ethel Caterham, who lives in a care home in Surrey, has just turned 116
Shitting hell.
years old. She's believed to be the world's oldest woman, actually, sorry. The
What?
Oldest living person in the world.
Shut up.
Believed to be, anyway. She's in a care home in Surrey, and she took this title in May, actually, because a nun in Brazil who previously held the title died. So she then became the oldest person, and she's now had her 116th birthday. Interestingly, she was born in 1909.
Jesus.
But she was the youngest person to be crowned the oldest person.
What?
So when she was in 2013, she was the oldest person in the world, but she was the youngest person to ever be called the oldest person in the world. Does that make sense?
I get you,
So
because all
whatever
the
age she
oldest
would've
have
been,
died, yeah.
It's like
yeah.
12 years ago, she'll have been 104.
Yeah.
Um,
Is she the oldest person ever on record?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Yeah.
I guess not, but she's the youngest person to have ever been called the oldest person in the world.
Yeah.
So, she says that the secret to a long life, which I'm sure we all want to know.
We want to know.
She told the Salisbury Journal in May that you should say yes to every opportunity because you never know what it will lead to.
Wow.
Have a positive mental attitude and have everything in moderation. And I've got to say, I couldn't agree more.
That's exciting. Wow. Say yes to... I like that because that's something I don't do all the time.
Yeah. And she's, do you know what, she's a really well-travelled woman as well. She, at age 18, she moved to India to become a nanny.
Yeah.
She met her husband, who was a British Army major. They lived in Hong Kong and Gibraltar. And then eventually moved back to the UK where she, because she loved children, she opened a nursery and she had daughters. So, yeah.
That's
good for her.
unreal. That is
Good
absolutely
for you, lady.
unreal. I've just checked it. The oldest verified person on record is Jean Calment from France. And she was, oh my God, she was born in 1875, but she died in 1997, so she lived to the age of 122 years and 164 days.
Wowzers. So
how old is
Ethel's
she again?
116, so she's
she's
got 6 and a bit years.
6 and a bit years. So fingers crossed, she'll
Yeah.
break it. Yeah.
Good for her. I mean, there's
That's
a picture of her
unreal.
and she looks
She
great.
looks well.
She looks phenomenal. She looks better than me most mornings.
I've seen a lot of 70-year-olds that don't look that good.
Yeah. Good for her.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Ethel. And that's the day of recording today, Thursday
That's
the 21st.
crazy. And I know this is going out on Tuesday, so don't confuse yourselves, guys.
Yeah.
It's just we do record it a few days before. So, wow, that's unreal. I love that she's British. 2 British people.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
Amazing
Keeping
feats.
it at home.
Love it.
Well, great episode. And that's another adventure wrapped up.
Not quite yet,
Okay.
because
Oh.
please do subscribe. Like, we forget this every time. I only just
inhaled
clocked it.
then, so.
Yeah, I just clocked it. But please do subscribe, like, share, comment.
Rate us.
Rate us is a big one. Honestly, it takes 5 seconds. You just click on the stars, click 5, submit, job done.
Excellent, yeah. And if you don't think we're 5 stars, don't rate us.
Yeah, it hurts us too much. Please don't. Leave us a comment to tell us why you don't like us instead.
Yeah, go check us out on TikTok.
Yeah, we've got TikTok. If you want to just get shorts of this, maybe you don't have time to listen to the whole right now, you can go check out some shorts.
Yeah.
And then come back and listen to it when you're ready.
Yeah, someone left us a comment on my short last time about the Bechdel test, saying it's made up feminist nonsense.
Oh my God.
So, need to come up with a reply for that.
There's always going to be someone, isn't there?
Yeah.
I mean, that's... Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Wow.
So if you want to
that
go
person's not a fan.
If you want to go and defend what I've said, save
Yeah,
me a job,
please do,
appreciate it.
yeah.
So that is another adventure wrapped up.
But the journey never ends.
Keep your bags packed for the next one, and remember, when in doubt, just say
Yalla Habibi. See you next time.